Hello everybody, my name is Michael Adams. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to go over a series that may help you learn French. The series that I'm going to be talking about today is called Assimil. The series comes in a wide range of books that take you from beginner to advanced levels of French. As you can see here, Assimil usually comes in these nice little boxes. There are a few reasons why I recommend using Assimil to learn French. 1. It contains an extensive amount of audio. The large amount of audios that are provided in these programs will benefit you because you'll be able to listen to these audios over and over. This is going to help with listening comprehension and also pronunciation of the words in French. 2. Most of the time they contain useful dialogues that contain a wide array of vocabulary words that may benefit you later. 3. The series easily progresses and taking you from that beginner level all the way to an advanced level. Besides Assimil being great to learn any language, there's one language in particular that they're exceptionally great at. The first book many learners will use once they begin learning French through Assimil is going to be New French with Ease. Usually Assimil comes in these nice gigantic boxes that stack very nicely on your shelf. The book will be in here, and then you'll have multiple CDs or MP3s depending on what combination you bought. The French with Ease book is relatively a medium-sized book, paperback, but it's still very strong. This book has been through a lot. It's been thrown in a backpack, used on it every day for multiple years. And the binding still holds up pretty well. As you may see in other videos, Assimil's format is a bilingual text format where it has the target language on one side and the language that is native to you on the other. The New French with Ease is going to contain 113 lessons and around 2,000 vocabulary words. After you get done with the bilingual text, there's going to be some translation exercises and fill in the blank exercises. Every 7th lesson is going to be a review lesson to go over the basic grammar that you've learned in previous lessons beforehand. Each lesson actually ends with a nice little graphic cartoon. The audio with these books are superb. They're crisp, clear, with good articulated people. After you get done with New French with Ease, you're gonna have a pretty good grasp of the language. Are you gonna be fluent? Not necessarily. You're gonna have to review this book several more times. After you move on from New French with Ease, you can always pick up Using French. Using French contains 70 lessons. What's the difference between these two? Using French is more advanced. You're going to learn almost 2,000 new vocabulary words to bring your total vocabulary up to around 4,000. In this book, you're going to learn a lot of slang and colloquialisms that you weren't exposed to in New French with Ease. After I was done with this book, I was able to actually read novels entirely in French with the help of the dictionary. The audio in this book is a slight downgrade from New French with Ease, to be honest. It contains the same format though as New French with Ease. The beginning part of this book, as I remember, is helpful dialogues to help you learn and comprehend spoken French. Towards the end of the book, it gets more of a literature / written only type of French. More formal than what's in the spoken language. A book that I'm currently working through is Business French. While this is not in production anymore, you can still buy it through booksellers such as on Amazon, A-Books, and sometimes on Book Depository. I must note, the audio in here is a step up from Using French. The book is overall much larger than the previous books. This is actually due because the actual font and the cartoons themselves are larger. This book contains a dense 40 chapters. Again, the audio in here is different than the other books just because there's actually a wider range of accents in here. Accents that I'd never heard in Using French or French with Ease. This is amazing for listening comprehension. The language is spoken relatively normal speed, slightly fast in some spots. You have people who are actually on the phone in some areas where it's hard to hear them. You have noise in the background sometimes. This is more of a real life situation-based French that you may hear when you go places. Another important part of this book, as you can tell, is Business French. There's a lot of business specific vocabulary in here that you may not necessarily need, but it's also a lot of other vocabulary in context with different accents. This book, French Without Toll, there's no way you're going to find this unless you go to a used bookstore, online, or maybe in your city. This book contains 140 lessons. The recordings on here sound like they were on old records, as they were, so they're not the best recordings. However, they're great for comprehension. You're never going to have perfect audio pronunciation in real life. Again, same format, bilingual text, cartoon, same type of exercises. If you had to choose between these two books as your first book at Assimil, I would definitely recommend the new one just because the audio is better, it's crisper, you have updated vocabulary. Assimil actually has a grammar book for French They're relatively cheap. They teach you grammar step by step, and at the end of each lesson they give you little applications where you can actually test if you actually comprehend what you just learned. And if you're like most learners, you're going to realize French is not always spelled out the way it sounds. So they actually have a spelling book. Again, it's going to go over a lesson for you, and then at the end they're going to have exercises for you to actually write the correct answer. Just to sum up, Assimil is a great program if you're looking to learn French. The books are colorful, they're engaging, the lessons themselves are not boring, the audio is superb. After using the series for different languages, I was able to read my favorite author in different languages, aka Haruki Murakami. And that's really given me something that I can actually achieve and realize that the program has worked for me. By far, it's the best program I've used to learn Western European languages. Overall, I would definitely give this series a 5 out of 5 for an independent learner who's looking to break into a new language. Remember, repetition is the father of learning. And if you want to be better at communicating French, you need to practice it often. Thank you everybody for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you like below. If you'd like to see more of what I have to offer, please subscribe below.